Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world or whenever you're watching this video. My name is Kimberly, pronouns she, her, hers, and I'm, as usual, super excited to be bringing you the second video for this week. So this is life yoga. Again, I want to remind you that this isn't going to be perfect. Nothing in life is perfect, right? So give ourselves permission that we don't have to be. We're humans. We all make mistakes. And that was one of the beauties of this, just why I started that as the role model, that this isn't perfect, but I don't video edit, like none of that. So you see it in all its glory. And that again, we're going to do it, 15 minutes and under. But with that said, today again we're going to be using our chair, but this time we're going to be playing a little bit more with balancing. I wanted to get us out of our chair, but still have our chair available for support because sometimes we forget that when we're balancing 50 billion things in this life, in this world, it's still okay to ask for help and support. So hence my chair today, that even though I could potentially balance on my own, I choose this option, that it's okay to have that space. So with that said, as you know or don't know, this is your first video, this is about you and your time. So feel free to lay here instead. If you don't want to do what I'm doing for 15 minutes, feel free to read a book, drink a glass of tea, whatever you need to do for self-care. That's the point, is to advocate for self-care. Also listen to your body in terms of what you need. If I do something that does not feel good, does not feel acceptable, please don't do it. Do something else. Again, child's pose or laying in shavasana, great option. Sitting in a chair and just breathing, great option. Listen to your body. That's the other thing I want to make sure that you're doing. Listening to your body. Again, so easy in a day where there's 50 billion demands on us to not realize their body is saying, hey, I need X, Y, and Z. This is your chance. Stop, give it a listen, see what it happens to say to you. So on that note, like I said, we got 15 minutes and under, so let's get going. Chair, here we go. So go ahead and put both hands on the chair. You can stay here. But if you would like a little bit more, what I'm going to say is we're going to do walk it back, let you're forming a 90-degree angle. So we can give it a nice stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes and maybe even the calves. But hold on to the chair for support. And you might actually even get a little bit of a shoulder stretch if you're holding onto the chair. And sometimes when we do things with support, we find other things that need our attention. Like my shoulders clearly needed a stretch. Learn things. As you're ready on the inhale, go ahead and come back up, walk it back. All right, so I'm going to give you some options here because I want you to take care of shoulders, things along those lines. Again, none of these sound good, don't do it. So I got options. We can stay here, or you can begin to twist, walk around a twist, so you get a shoulder stretch here. If this does not feel good, which is okay, right, because we're asking our shoulder joint to move a little bit, it's joint mobility, feel free to instead maybe go into a side bend and give yourself some stretch here. So whichever version you choose, spend a few moments here, giving yourself that. And feel free to align your neck and your spine so that they're long. And protecting your back and all those beautiful pieces of your spine that we want to protect. Sorry, that didn't quite come out as eloquently as I would have liked. Again, not perfect. All right, and switching sides. So I'm going to switch my chair over here so that way I can still face you. So options. Standing here, holding onto the chair. Turning your body so that way you're getting a nice shoulder stretch. Side bend. Again, whatever option you choose. It's your choice. Again, what is your body calling for? What do you need in this moment? Notice how I said need, not necessarily want. And coming back out of your twist or your side bend. Okay, I'm gonna move my chair back over here. All right, we're going to take some balancing here. So I thought that might be a fun thing to do. We haven't done balancing in a while. So we are going to do, instead of doing what I was a couple weeks ago, we did tree pose. Instead of doing tree pose, we're going to do actually just a balancing with our legs lifted up in front. So you can either hold on to the chair this way, you can do one-handed, doesn't matter, and you switch the chairs from side to side if you'd like, or if you want to stay on one side, hold the chair, all options. So from here, kind of ground both your feet, so that way you've got equal weight on both. First off, find your balance, find your posture just on 2 feet. Sometimes you need to find that. What does that feel like first? And then you're going to start by transferring your weight to your left leg. Notice how that feels. I haven't actually even lifted my foot off the floor. I just have my toes there gently resting, and I just have my weight there. I'm just playing with that. Right? Sometimes you want to pay attention to the transitions in the process, and just whip right out, because we're going to learn things in that transition. And then I'm going to slowly lift. So my knee is perpendicular, but parallel with the floor. Make sure your toes and your feet are flexible. I'm trying to intentionally do that, as you can see. And balance here. Okay, so you've got options to lift your arms up. If you want to lift over your chair and take a full on balance, have at it. You want to have your hands where you would have them in Tadasana. Maybe hands at heart center. Wherever feels good. The one thing I want you to pay attention to here, whether you're holding on to chair or not, is your balance. Right? Notice what's going on with your balance. What parts of your body initiate? Are you completely standing still? There's still movement within stomach. Just things to think about. And then release. Check it out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand one, keeping my chair there. So once again, we're going to find 2 feet first. Find that balance on 2 feet. And transition to the weight on your right leg. I'm going to start to slowly lift. And you don't even have to come up this far. I forgot to mention, you could just even balance your toe in front of here. That's as far as you want to go. You don't even have to come this far. You take it to the level that you want to go. Again, all options. Wherever you want to go. As advertised, I like my chair today. If you want an extra challenge, feel free closing your eyes, and that'll change your balance. And then release. And down. Beautiful. Shake it out. And let's close by taking one more stretch here. Shoulders, hamstrings, and your toes. All of those. And walking back up. All right. I know we didn't really kind of have our grounding moment in closing, and I'm acknowledging that piece. So if you have a few minutes to just give yourself some time and space to just breathe, go for it. If not, feel free to transition back to the rest of your day. But regardless, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And you take that, especially when you take that time for yourself. But anyway, what I was trying to say is I just appreciate you all. And I'm glad that you are taking the time for yourself. So please feel free to share, watch, like, feedback. Keep hoping someone will give me some feedback. Give me some feedback. I want to support you all. So please share your thoughts and ideas with me. And I will see you next week. And oh, yes, please do feel free to follow me on social media. I would appreciate the support. All right. See you next week. Bye.